episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to the beautiful people.
Beautiful people, what's going on?
It is official. I mean, we can't deny all the people that don't believe it, don't think it's happening. We can't anymore. It's summertime.
School's out for summer.
School's out forever. What an iconic second line.
That's the second line?
School's out for
School's out forever.
School's out forever.
I used to like Last Day of School. Do you know that song?
No.
We live life like it's the last day of school. So do what you want to do.
You know
what time is it?
It's so nice about
High School Musical, obviously.
You know what's so nice about the last day
What?
of school? The possibilities are endless for the summer.
Sure.
The last day of school is you saying, like, I'm about to enter a fun phase.
It's interesting because
that's what's so nice.
Now, it's not weird for me to be making plans for September, right? That's not weird. October, November. But if you, on the last day of school when you're a kid, are thinking about school again, you're psychotic.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
You live those 3 months at a time, and then it's like you don't really think about school coming back until there's a week left.
No, I mean, it depends on how much homework you got, but
2 weeks. Oh yeah, I guess you do get
summer reading assignments. And as a person whose mother was
always,
she was like, we got to get to the library early before everyone else gets there, so we get the books out early that we need.
I really used to love reading, and then I just fell off. Now I read text messages, I guess.
Sometimes
articles. I read articles. I read Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that for me, I'm 35 years old, and I wonder at what age I will start living on a not a school year calendar. I still live mentally on a school year calendar.
You have not converted to the Memorial Day, Labor Day calendar?
No.
Of summer?
I still live
on that.
I still live on a school year calendar of summer.
That's because you grew up with parents that are teachers.
Yeah, but for some reason I'm still like, oh, here we go. Summer's off. School's out. We're doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
I guess I just wonder if it ever goes away.
Probably not.
This is probably my entire existence.
I would imagine.
Will be school year summer.
Yes.
There's worse things in life.
Yeah.
What
would you do first day after school ends?
First day, well, normally my parents would take us to a Broadway play.
Okay.
So we would go see a Broadway play. And we go.
Oh, really? To commemorate the end of school.
End of school year.
And you'd get good grades, so you get a reward.
Yeah, as a reward, we get to go see a Broadway play.
And you get to vote?
No, it was whatever there used to be like these little coupons that they would give out at schools, so there was discounted plays.
Okay.
So whatever the discounted play was, we get to go see.
Okay.
So yeah, we go through that. What would you do?
We would usually go away. I would go to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, almost instantly, which kind of was annoying because you want to hang out with your friends, but we would go almost instantly away for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I would go see my cousins. I had a lot of family and
sure.
Like my whole subset, as I've said on the pod, of my family from Brooklyn moved from tiny apartments in Brooklyn to McMansions in the middle of South Carolina. And that's what they've been living since like 2005. 20 years they've been down in Myrtle Beach, when they like have thick Brooklyn accents.
It's incredible.
And just live among like people with thick South Carolina. Yeah, I would be in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for the summer.
That's nice.
Yeah. I would try to play off sometimes that I was from the South.
As a child?
Yeah, of course. Now I wonder if I can come in here and get some cold brew. Excuse me, miss. Bless your heart. Can I get a little bit of cold brew here? They go, where are you from, child?
They would say that?
Yeah. I don't know, Louisiana.
You would say, I don't know. I mean, it must
have been
so
it would be fun
obvious.
to go. Maybe it was so obvious. I think I would be able to sell it.
Rob,
in my head, I was selling it.
And
my friends.
Wait, you were with your father? And
no, like my friends.
And they all sounded like they're from New York.
Well, they wouldn't. I would be like, I'm going to go do my thing. We're all going to do it together. And they would just be around. they would be like laughing, I guess.
Sure.
So I guess you're right. One kid comes in mid. Would you at least give it mid?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
When I'm down there and I'm in it, it gets better, obviously, when you're hearing it a lot. And you know the phrases, you pick up on the lingo a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. But if someone was in New York and I was a kid and they started doing that to me, I'd go, oh, well, this guy's pretending.
Being annoying.
I didn't say
you.
being annoying. You said being annoying.
But it is annoying. If somebody was like trying to do my accent to me poorly, it would be like, all right, what's going on?
I guess if it's a child, we don't have choices.
Yeah.
We just have to let it. Children have the luxury of being annoying.
You're right.
And children need to learn that that's a luxury before they become an adult.
Children have a lot of luxuries.
Children have to learn that it's a luxury that they're allowed to be annoying, because if they don't learn that while they're a child and then they become an adult, shit gets real. Shit gets real if you don't learn the luxury that you get as a child.
Yeah, you're right.
Luxuries of being mean to someone, luxuries of I hate to say this. No one's going to like this, Rob.
Okay.
No one's going to like this. Children are only funny because they're children. If they say the same thing as an adult, it's not funny.
This is true.
And I think that
it depends on what it is.
A lot of children get laughs because they say something that's adult.
Yes.
And what they have to learn
or they speak their mind. They're very honest or vulnerable in a way that adults aren't.
Yes, and yes. Yeah, you're right on that.
That
too.
Sometimes can be what's
that
funny.
Could sometimes, but a lot of kids get laughs because they say an adult thing.
Correct.
I hate to throw these kids under the bus. You're not fucking funny. I hate to just instantly be like, these kids. Sometimes these kids be
they're not professional comedians writing
bro,
jokes.
I'm sitting here and these kids be getting. I'll be sitting at big tables and sometimes there was a kid would be getting a laugh and I'll just go.
It's funny.
Everyone be getting
laughs are a finite resource.
In my mind,
they're taking your laughs.
Love, I have infinite love. Laughs. There's only so much you could give. I'm at a big table like this. People like a kid I don't know. Right? A kid I don't love. Okay. Right? A kid I don't love is sitting there and they get a big laugh for some bullshit that they said because it was kind of adults. I go like this. I go, wait till you get older, you fucking loser. None of that bullshit that you just tried to pull. None of that fucking hocus pocus bullshit that you just tried to pull. I literally want to take the kid to the side and go, just so you know that you're not funny. They're being nice.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you try to bring that elsewhere. It's not funny. It's nice. And also, I want to say to these little Italian boys that have these thick accents. This is what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Not to throw my sister under the bus.
Oh God.
But last week she's at an event and she goes, "I don't get the Rizzler. Rizzler's not funny."
I mean, the Rizzler's not supposed.
And I go, funny. You know what? You're not wrong, but it's not his fault.
No, it's
you
not
can't
his
get
fault.
mad at him. He's on stage with Kevin Hart and a professional athlete, and he's just standing in the background in a black T-shirt looking lost. And she's like, I don't know. They did some bit where he puts ice in the tub or whatever, and she's like, I don't get it. He's not funny. He doesn't do anything.
He doesn't want to be funny.
And I'm like, you can't blame him, though. It's the parents, and it's the reaction, and it's all these grown men that I guess are enabling.
Yeah. So I guess
what
my
are you gonna say
message
about
is
the little Italian kids?
Don't laugh at kids.
Don't. I love kids. I do think
kidding.
kids are funny.
I'm kidding.
Well, because kids will play pretend.
The pettiest of boys. Yes.
Kids will play pretend. Kids will really commit. Kids, their imagination.
They have fun.
Is fun. So that is fun. I used to do like a camp counselor job. And I loved doing my camp counselor job because the kids were hilarious.
No, I know. I'm being ridiculous.
Like some of them would. Like I've talked about ones before. The one kid would dress up as Indiana Jones every day, only respond if you called him Indy.
That's awesome.
Which is awesome.
I
mean,
he
wasn't trying to be funny at all. He was very serious.
He was
very serious.
And you find it
had
funny.
A whip, hat, Indy, only like you have to play Indiana Jones pretend in order to like really communicate to this child at all.
Thank God he grew up with the internet.
I guess.
Like a man that could only respond to being called Indy would have a hard time if TikTok and cosplay didn't exist. TikTok,
I could see him becoming like a football player. That's what's like, or like, especially knowing the family, I could see that this was just a phase. And he had to grow up quick.
I didn't know any of that context.
You know,
all I knew was a little child walking around in the summertime with a hat on, going, "I hate snakes."
Yeah,
that's all I knew about this motherfucker. So what?
But kids have their imagination, which like you have still.
I can't believe I threw kids under the bus so hard instantly.
Okay.
I'm only joking.
I know.
I hope the people know
I
I'm
love
always
kids.
joking.
I
love kids too. I will say this. I gave that preamble, and here I go.
Here he comes back for more.
Here I come back for more. Remember, these little kids with the Italian accents that are online that everyone loves, oh, their Italian accent. These are baby alligators. You have to remember what they're going to grow up to become. These are cute little cubs. Remember, they're gonna grow up and become these fucking grizzly bears that literally want to destroy you. I shouldn't even say grizzly bears. I should say the miniature poodles, a mini cub. Literally, we have to remember. So I guess we gotta enjoy them. We gotta enjoy them before we get like some
before they turn into their parents.
Before they get that brain worm of I gotta pull my bootstraps up. It's cute and all. It's cute and all when they talk about focaccia and olive oil. But once they start talking about the walls, we have to remember these little Italian kids that with these thick accents are literally baby alligators. They're gonna grow up to be Italian scumbags. I hate to, and this. Hey, I'm an Italian dude. I have my issues.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, we have to fight through.
It's
a journey.
Fighting.
It's a journey. Yes, exactly.
But I just want to remind everyone, right? Like we can't let. Maybe we continue to love them as
That's a good analogy.
We continue to love
alligators.
them. They're baby alligators. Maybe we continue to love them and show them that they are beautiful people.
Yeah.
Because we do love it and think it's so novel and fun as when they're children.
We don't want them to get a temper.
No, let's continue to love. I guess let's look at the positive. Let's continue to love these little New Yorker vibe kids, right? Let's continue to be like, I like you. Let's put you in something fun. Let's make you creative. Let's put you in a new TV show. Let's put you on this rather than just giving you brand deals and all of a sudden it's all about fucking money.
Yes.
Little kids.
Because they're already getting reprogrammed about the money, and you could kind of see it, which is sad.
The collabs.
It breaks my heart when you see 7-year-olds talking about the finances of collab and brand deals, or the view count, or the this and it's
how many brands are gonna comment on my thing before I land the plane? Right? We don't need that. We need to be making these baby alligators,
especially they're creative. That's what made you film them in the first place.
Yes.
Was they were fun and creative. The parents, and now the parents turning them into a business. It's soul sucking to have to turn your creativity and art into a business as an adult. Don't fucking make the kids do it.
I know. And keep them out of it completely.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, maybe they're not. Maybe we could make these baby alligators remember that they don't need to grow up to be beasts, you know?
Yes, yeah.
I just want them to grow up and be creative.
Yeah,
I guess
agree.
the thing is more.
And even adults, I think it's like a good thing, especially somebody is a little bit more on the angry side. It's like, try to connect to your youth, connect to a side of yourself before this was how you acted all the time.
Well, can I say this?
What?
Some little kids I grew up with are pretty angry. I guess they learned.
You're right.
It was
Me
learned
too.
behavior.
Me
I grew
too.
up with some pretty
probably
angry
more
kids.
so for you.
I grew up with some real shitbags.
Some real shitbags. Some kids are so shitbag too, though.
What?
Some kids are so mean.
Yeah,
they are so mean.
I watched this video that says we develop our personality at a young age. We just then build masks to exist in society.
Which is interesting. My old roommate I was talking to, his baby's 10 months old, and he's talking about how the personality is coming now.
Yeah.
It's actually you could. So, can personality be learned, do you think? Can it be changed?
I think I mean, what do I know? But I will say this.
Okay.
I think that it is a lot of influence on people in your life, like how you were raised and stuff like that at a young age. Okay. And I do think that as you grow, you could mask and learn things to fit into society and social norms more, which isn't always a bad thing in my opinion.
Of course.
Which is sometimes a good thing. But anyways, it is summer.
It is.
And this is very nice. I enjoy it. Least favorite season.
It is your least favorite season.
Yeah.
Was it your least favorite season growing up?
No.
It just became, now that the school is off the table, they all get evaluated equally.
Yes.
Okay.
As a child, I think summer really gets a leg up for people's favorite season because you didn't have school during the summertime.
Yes.
So it really, we're grading on a curve.
For sure.
It's kind of cheating a little bit summer. And I mean, to be fair, So is winter.
On a negative curve.
No, because of the
Because
holidays.
of Christmas. Oh, you're right.
So the winter. So anyone that goes, oh, I really love autumn. You go, you're a true season person.
Yes. Okay.
But then Halloween.
I think I started to like fall in high school was my favorite.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. I think summer's my least favorite holiday. I mean, my least favorite season.
I like it. Summer nights is the best to me.
Why?
Because it's hot, but it's not too sweaty. Go get ice cream. It's bright late. Play outside late.
Summer nights.
No, I love summer nights. Yeah, they're the best. Romantic. I think about like a boardwalk, the beach at night, summer bar.
You grew up a beach boy more than a pool guy.
No.
Oh.
I had an above ground pool in the backyard.
Oh, growing
that I was in almost every day.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
But we went to the beach a lot.
Yeah.
Jersey, you go to the beach a lot.
Yes.
I'm half an hour from the beach.
Yes.
You go to the boardwalks. You do a lot of your friends. What are we going to do? We'll just drive down to the boardwalk for the night. So I grew up doing that.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to say because now is the time everybody leaves the city. Summer. So a lot of times nobody's here on the weekends, right? Thursday night in the summer in New York City becomes, I think, the most premier night to go out of all of the year. It's Thursday nights in the summer is better than Friday nights in the winter, is better than Saturday nights in the fall. Thursday nights in the summer is like the night to go out.
And can I tell you this?
What?
Let the people go in the Hamptons fucking leave.
Oh, yeah.
Let them leave.
Yeah,
I've never gone to a bar in New York and been like, damn, I wish there was more trust fund kids here. Damn, I wish there was more dudes straight from fucking FIDI over here passing a vape around.
Yeah, no.
There was never a time that I was in a bar and go, oh, if only I could look at the back corner and see people comparing credit cards. Let the people from the Hamptons leave. Yeah. Honestly, I think the Hamptons were created by New Yorkers to push the rich out so we could have a moment of fucking peace without them. I think the Hamptons, it was New Yorkers got together underground and they go, these rich people are so fucking annoying. Let's have a place in the summertime where we can push their corny asses.
For the first,
and we'll make them wear pastels and tiny shorts like losers. And we'll wear our baggy pants and our fucking Air Force Ones.
Of course. For the first few years that I lived here, I did not leave during the summer. I was like, this is awesome. The city kind of dies down.
Yeah.
It is really nice to
Tourism goes down.
Yeah. And tourism goes up and down in a similar way. Like, I think people from, like, all around the world come in the summer.
Yes, but I'm not going in those neighborhoods.
Okay, yeah. I used to live in, it is interesting because I went back to FIDI, and when I was in FIDI, I dealt with a lot of tourists. Obviously, there's transplants, but the number one thing that you're, like, always kind of dealing with is tourists. And now in Brooklyn, it's more transplants.
Yes.
Than tourists.
That's
and I always think I was way more sympathetic of the tourists than I am of the transplants. And I'm like, maybe I should give some transplants the same benefit of the doubt that I was giving the tourists. Because the tourists, I'm like, I understand this is the best city in the world. They're here on vacation. Like, I can't be mad at anyone wanting to come to on vacation to this place that I love so much.
No, I agree.
And now I'm like, all right, maybe these people are moving here, they want to move here, or they want to find community here, they couldn't find, maybe I should have more patience with them. But if you're going to be here, then we can have conversations. Like, you're not just here for the weekend, now you're living with together. It's a little bit more, we could have some combos.
Yeah.
You got to start doing your chores.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
You're not just here on vacation.
It's the difference between a hotel, Airbnb, and subletting an apartment.
Yeah. Renting an apartment.
Renting an apartment, right? It's
living in my community.
Yes, all of a sudden you're renting an apartment here.
Yes.
You're not in an Airbnb. You're in an Airbnb for a month, maybe then you have to start remembering some rules of the neighborhood. You're in a hotel, all right, just don't cause harm.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Airbnb, it was more, I think, so my patience was a lot greater in FIDI with these random ass people. Also, a lot of people don't speak English, or just like all over the world,
and they want to see
that I would be interacting with. And of course, I've been a tourist, and I can relate to that.
And you can be a good tourist.
100%.
I think that. I think it's important to see the world.
Yeah.
I wish that luxury upon everyone. It's not even it's to learn.
Yeah. I remember my first summer that I lived here was 2014. and I was friends with a lot of people a year older than me, and they had all graduated.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not doing. This was when I moved to New York. I'm like, I don't do graduation parties because
Incredible.
I would be in Jersey every weekend. And I'm like, I'm paying this money to be in New York and pay rent. I can't do graduation parties.
Nah.
Yeah.
No
So
one's. Can I be
I really
honest?
stayed here. It's just more recently that I'm like, I'll go to the Jersey Shore for a weekend because I'm like, I love being in New York in the summer.
First on graduation parties. Nothing. No amazing. There was movies about like end of year stuff, graduation parties. I don't believe that exists. Like this, like finally I get to say how I feel to a person as we're walking out the door.
I would say maybe like the night of graduation if one person throws a big party. But that's different than like the graduation party circuit, whereas everyone throws a party because the family wants to celebrate and their whole family's there, but then we drink at night, and I don't need all that. No offense.
No, none. I didn't have a graduation. I didn't even go to my college graduation.
Yeah.
I was so disconnected from it. I was already like,
I'm over this.
I didn't even want to graduate.
Yeah.
But
no, I feel you. I never.
When you moved here in 2014, did you consider yourself a transplant?
No.
So
I grew up close. My mom came 40 minutes away. I consider myself new to New York City.
So what's the difference between someone that's from Jersey that considers themselves new to New York versus a transplant?
I think a transplant, I don't know. I grew up coming here almost every weekend. Like when I got taught the ABCs, I got taught the 5 boroughs. This was in my, when my parents would go, all right, Robbie, count to 100 by 2s. All right, we're in the car driving somewhere. All right, count to 100 by 5s. All right, Robbie, say the ABCs. All right, what are the 5 boroughs? This was part of my like early childhood education.
Okay.
I'm going to see my grandma every week. I was just like, I had cousins, and I was like, now I could see my cousins more. I would go see my cousin in Queens more when I first moved here.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm closer to my family. Yeah, I think because, and my dad is very big on his family history. So I'm like, I know Lower East Side. My grandparents came Ellis Island, Alphabet City, Lower East Side, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Jersey, Italy.
So yes. So because there's roots for you here.
I guess I always was like, I'm going to move to New York. Like we used to go in Upper East Side when I was in high school a lot. Like I was just growing up going to New York a lot.
Cool.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to now live here.
Yeah, it was always the end goal.
Yeah. It'd be like if I wanted to go live at Great Adventure. It's like I would go as a kid and it was this playground.
Yes.
And now I'm like, I have an apartment under Nitro. And I can just go on whenever I want.
Incredible.
Was kind of how I felt.
Incredible.
But like I wanted to learn all the restaurant. Like, you know what I mean? I knew some.
Yeah.
But now I was like, I could really learn so much more about New York.
I guess I'm just wondering your definition because there's no clear definition for any of this stuff, you know?
How did you feel like a culture shock at all when you moved from Staten Island to?
I went to college in the city.
I'm saying when you moved there for college.
No, it was more
that I was on my own. In the city. Because I would think we view the city somewhat similarly.
Yeah, maybe. In high school, I went to the city a lot with my friends.
That's different, yeah. We would go not as much. Maybe like 3 times a year.
No, I would go like at least once a month, if not twice a month, to the city in high school.
That makes sense.
So we would drive into the city to go look at stuff. We would take the ferry to the city to go do something, you know? Like I was going to the city as like
a kid.
As I had the green Metro card, which meant you could just swipe. I like didn't have to ask for money to go
That's
the
nice.
ferry. It was like a little different in that regard.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a long time to get places, but
it doesn't matter. It's fun.
No,
you're a kid. You're just like there for the adventure. 90% of the hang is the adventure.
I know.
I'm going to Rite Aid, having fun, like whatever. So to go to the city is awesome.
So I like the thing about transplants that you should give them a little more.
Yeah, I try to.
That's good.
But I've been thinking that just because I'm seeing the tourists now because I've been in the city more.
Yeah.
I will say this, Sebastian. There are these people that I've been interacting with that are playing me for a fool. And I just am like, do you think I'm stupid? Like what? I see through what you're trying to do. They'll say this to me. They'll go, well, I'm going to Long Island this weekend. And I'm like, just say the Hamptons.
Oh.
Just say the Hamptons. It's okay. Like, what? It's like I went to school in Cambridge. Like, I just say you went to Harvard. Like, what? Who are you playing me for? Like, you're trying to not look elitist. You're trying to look, I don't know if it's taboo now. It used to be they couldn't stop bragging about which town in the Hamptons, East Hampton, Montauk, wherever they're at, Dune Road. Like, they were so, like, braggadocious about my friend has an apartment or a house on Dune Road.
Yeah.
Now they go, I'm going to Long Island.
Yeah.
You're not fucking going to Long Island.
You're not going to Massapequa.
No. You're not going to Branchinelli's.
No.
You're not going to visit my grandmother. You're going to the Hamptons. You don't want to go to Long Island.
No, they hate driving through.
Yeah.
You know how much they hate driving through? They were taking helicopters over it. They were taking helicopters to avoid Long Island. So now they're going to say that they went to Long Island?
Telling me I'm going to Long Island.
They were puddle jumping.
Where in the Hamptons are you going? Like, what are we? I know who you are. Like, I know what this is.
And here's the thing. I'll tell you this, it's all shame-based, because if I was going to the Hamptons, I would go, can you freaking believe I'm going to the Hamptons? There's no way. I would just go, bro, I'm going to the Hamptons this week. I would be so hyped. I would just be like, this is unbelievable. And I'd be walking around and everyone would be on the local, the neighbors app being like, there's a man screaming outside.
I honestly think you would hate it. I don't think you would be hyped.
Oh, no,
when you were there.
No, I know. But if I went, I would be like, I would say the Hamptons.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be like, I know this dude who got the guy. I can't believe it.
At least people who go to Fire Island, they go, I'm going to Fire Island.
Because that's fun.
You're right. Fire Island is more fun than the Hamptons.
Fire
significantly.
Island is fun. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I see photos of people on Fire Island. They're having a good time.
They're not saying I'm going to Long Island.
No.
But it is interesting, I guess, now that it has become more taboo to be wealthy.
Yeah.
In the city, that they're like playing me for a fool.
Oh, I'm going to an Airbnb.
I'm going to Long Island.
You mean the Alps?
Yeah.
I'm going to a hill. You mean the freaking Alps? What are you talking about?
I know,
right?
Yeah.
Like you can't do it all.
No.
Yeah, I'm just going someplace warm. Dubai?
Yeah.
Dubai?
It's wild. It is truly wild. And this is a new trend that I've been noticing, is this Long Island trend.
Well, you can't seem cool on both ends.
Exactly.
You're gonna seem like a shitbag to one side.
For sure.
And here's the thing, you're going there, so you might as well let us judge you.
Yeah, exactly. You're going. But
I think people from the outside of New York love the Hamptons. Like, there's this like lore around it, you know?
There is a lore. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I really don't get it. I've never been.
I've been a couple times.
But I've seen pictures. I've been to like Hampton Bays. I've been to Bordy Barn, which is the least Hamptons place in the Hamptons. Sure. That is the Long Island shit. Is Bordy Barn, I would say. But yeah, I really don't understand the hype. And I will say this. I think without a doubt that the Jersey Shore is the better beach destination from New York City than the Hamptons. I think the Jersey Shore is the best beach destination from New York City in general.
Why?
I think it's fun. I think the fun meter is much, much, much higher than the Hamptons. It's less uptight. It's a little bit more community focused.
Can I tell you something, Rob?
What?
People that need fun are more fun.
Yes.
People that go to the Hamptons don't need to let loose.
No.
And that's not a good time.
No. And it's more about status. It's more about
who's
who.
Yes.
It's about showy.
It's almost
about
more work when they go to Hamptons.
Quiet is better. Like, there's some bars that are fun, but they're not fun. Like, they are people trying to cosplay as fun, and even then, it misses the mark.
Phones are out.
Yeah.
Phones are out.
It's all about the status and the clout. Yeah. And I think it's losing some of its allure. If they're not even able to say, at least back in the day, it was the flex. Like, oh, I got the Hamptons house. Like,
sure.
It was Hamptons. We're saying the word. It was like desirable to go out there. It was seen as the status thing. And I think, I just don't think it's as fun as the Jersey Shore. And I think, honestly, the summer house people have done a lot of heavy lifting for the Hamptons over the last, 10 years at this point.
Because that's like
because they make it, they like Bravo is all over the country, and like I think they have fun in the house, or there's drama in the house. They throw parties, and they are almost projecting a version of the Hamptons that doesn't really exist. I don't think that the Hamptons really loved them in the first place. And I think at this point, they're one of the only people that are really doing good marketing for the Hamptons. Because now everyone else is afraid to say they even go there.
People that went to the Hamptons probably hated Summer House
in the beginning.
This is the exact opposite energy of what they want.
100%. And I think at this point, they should build a statue of Carl Radke in the fucking Hamptons, who I know, but I think.
Oh, there we go.
So I said him, but I think that it is really understated how much good marketing they have done, because it is a stuffy, like boring, quiet place, whereas the Jersey Shore is extremely fun. And I almost think our guys, our Italianos for the Jersey Shore, almost did a bad job marketing it. I mean, it looks like a place you might want to go, but I think it ends up looking more trashy.
There are nicer sides.
It probably is, because I think across the board it is just nice, fun, community focused, like just a better
There's some
experience,
family
more
oriented.
diverse. Yeah, like anybody can really access it.
Well, it's free.
Yeah, a lot of them are free.
You could just walk on a boardwalk. I guess the
the boardwalks are free, but then some of the beaches you have to pay for.
Yes.
But
I mean,
the Jersey Shore has everything. It has everything that you could want, I think. Whereas the Hamptons has one specific unfun vibe. Super expensive restaurants. It's all clout status. Oh, can you sit here? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe they have DJs or people that perform out there, but it's like far and few between. Not many events or parties for the people.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I'm not getting invited to the Hamptons.
No. I don't even know if I would go. I would prefer to go to Jersey Shore. If I was leaving the city, I would want to go to Jersey Shore. Yeah, and I would tell everyone to try to go to the Jersey Shore.
Over the Hamptons.
Yeah. For sure. If you were only going to make one beach vacation, I would do the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I get that.
And then you could look up like what you want from your beach vacation, and then find somewhere that fits that vibe, and then you could travel to other aspects. I will tell you this.
The Jersey Shore does have every different shore town is a different vibe.
Yeah.
That is the good side
which
of the
is
Jersey
fun.
Shore.
Yeah.
That you could find what you're looking for based on which beach you go to.
Yeah.
Which is nice, because there's a family there's a partier one, there's a straight dirty ass one.
Yeah, there's a Staten Island one.
Yeah.
We have everything.
Yes.
There's truly everything. And the boardwalks are fun. There's no boardwalks in the Hamptons. There's no rides.
Nah.
So people want fun.
Yeah.
I was hoping a lot of drama with the mayor stuff this week, which is over on one we were excited about. We talked about.
There we go.
But I hope he put some fun in the agenda. I think that budgeting for fun goes such a long way with working class people, because we really do need it, and we really do remember it. And I think you can really get by with some fun. Well, and it's necessary. It's a survival tactic.
In Berlin, when they had the longest day of summer, and there were just streets, there was music all over. There was like 500 music venues all over the city for free that you could just walk up to and experience. This is incredible.
So that would be my advice. Invest in fun.
There you go.
A little bit. Don't forget it, and don't trivialize it.
Yeah, because people probably do.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, yeah. I don't know if I'll go to any beach this year.
Yeah.
As we know, I'm not a big beach guy.
Yeah.
I say the longest walk I've ever taken was me leaving the ocean, walking to a group of people I know shirtless. That's the longest walk a fat man could ever take. I'll tell you this, it feels like it feels like 2 miles.
Okay.
And everyone's staring at you.
Does it go faster or slower if you start to run?
Start to run, Rob. Start to
Is it
run.
Like the rain when you get
I don't want to give a kid a black eye with my titty.
You know how they say when you run in the rain you get more wet?
Mythbusters, give credit where credit's due. Come on, what are we gonna not fucking give Mythbusters?
Mythbusters, I apologize.
It's the one myth that we all remember.
Okay.
It's the one that everyone remembers is that we don't run in the rain. So that's why you just see so many people just outside.
It's true?
Yes.
It was not busted.
Well, I don't know if it was busted or how they phrased it.
Okay, right.
But they made the truth is that walking in the rain, you get less wet than running.
Okay, interesting.
So what was your question?
If you were to run, would it make the distance feel longer or shorter?
It would make the motion of the ocean be transferred to my body.
The motion of the ocean.
Everyone. When
I listened to You
man,
Can't Stop the Beat this weekend for the first time in 10 years.
You can't stop.
You can't stop the motion of the ocean.
You can't stop it. So when I get out of the water shirtless and I started running to people that were sitting to me, they'll go, "Oh, damn, he brought the ocean in his body." And the ocean just stops moving.
Like Moses.
And the ocean just is still.
Okay.
And then the ocean goes, "Hey, give me my motion back." "Hey, some guy took my motion." And just me, wop, 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 wop. The longest walk a fat man could take is a shirtless walk from the water to the towel.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you this, the walk from the towel to the water is easy.
Okay.
All back.
All back.
I don't care.
Now you're put on a show for everybody.
Now we're talking. I mean, at this point, I've debated getting my nipples pierced. If you're gonna look, let's make it a freaking show. Let's make it a production.
You should.
No, it hurts too much.
Okay.
It hurts too much.
It looks like it hurts.
Yeah. I've asked people.
Yeah.
But that's the longest walk ever.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a pool guy, because the longest amount of time is from leaving the ocean to the towel. The shortest amount of time is me exiting the pool and having a towel wrapped around me.
Quick.
You've never seen it so quick, Rob.
Okay.
Rob, a towel will be around my body and you go, "Wait, he's still in the water."
So you hit a towel up like here?
I wear
like a mom out of the shower?
I wear a towel like a sexy woman in a sitcom in the 90s. You could catch me in the pool like I'm in a locker room in a 90s sitcom. I'm a woman in a 90s sitcom, right? I'm trying to make sure everyone knows I'm hot, but I'm not trying to break any rules of broadcasting. Covering up the nips. So I'm a pool guy.
Yeah.
I'm a pool guy.
Nice. Did you guys not go to the beach a lot?
Never.
When you were kids?
Never.
Oh, really?
Rarely. It was a whole to-do.
It was a learning process for me because I hated it as a kid because I hated the sand and the wet sand.
Who likes sand?
Wet sand and the car ride home, and it was just like I'd rather be in the pool. But as I got older, I liked the beach more.
Who likes sands? Do you know anyone that likes sands?
Now it doesn't bother me. But I don't like it. What do you mean? Like,
no one
wants to make a sandcastle makers?
Or even
like
just
sand?
enjoy walking on it?
Definitely. Some people probably like walking along the beach.
The only good part about the beach is you get to fucking peep at other hot people. Okay. That's the I didn't want to say it, but I have to.
Really? You don't like the ocean? To sit in the ocean for a few hours is nice.
I guess to sit, but here's the thing. I think about the ocean. We don't know 98%
right.
of what's happening.
You're right.
The
I
ocean
agree.
scares the crap out of me.
I agree.
A jellyfish stinging me. Next thing you know, I got a hot alt girl peeing on my leg. I'm so sorry. What's wrong with me today?
So you like the people watching? But you don't want to be watched.
I'm so mortified. All I've done this episode is make fun of children and be like, I go to the beach to stare at ass.
But you don't want it. You don't want to be watched.
I don't want to be watched.
But you like to watch.
I try
people
not
watch.
to.
Okay.
I don't wear. I don't. I mean, I was thinking the only positive.
Okay.
If I had to think of a positive.
Yeah.
That would be the only positive.
Yeah.
Because when you're at a pool, you're not doing that, unless it's a public pool.
Yeah.
If you're at a pool with everyone you know, what do you?
No. That's not the vibe.
That's not the vibe.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the beach is relaxing, I guess. You lay down, you hear the sounds. You get a little snack, you walk around, you hit a ride.
Can I ask you a question,
it's vacation vibes.
Rob, can I ask you a question?
What?
And you need to answer.
Maybe a little vodka lemonade. What do I need to answer?
I love a vodka lemonade.
Vodka lemonade I only like on the beach.
I'll tell you this, Rob.
Or tequila lemonade, I guess. But it used to be vodka lemonade.
I drink alcohol like a divorcee mother. Vodka Crystal Lights. I take the crystals, I put it right in the vodka bottle. I love that. Shake it up.
In the vodka bottle?
Oh, yeah. To pour Crystal Light right into a vodka bottle and shake it up. Oh, my God.
You're living good.
I'm collecting alimony.
Yeah, you're living good. That's nice. Imagine.
I'm free. When you see someone taking Crystal Light, pouring it right into their liquor, you go, God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you. Because that's what all the moms would drink when I was a kid. They would put
Crystal Light and
Crystal
vodka.
Light into vodka.
That's nice. I'm sure it tastes delicious.
It was great. It was a summer drink.
Yeah.
They would add water, I'm assuming, right? Who
Ice,
knows?
a lot of ice.
A lot of ice. It would melt, but like.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would add water.
Oh, you have to add water.
You have to add water.
Okay,
But,
yeah, for sure.
But it was always the Crystal Light vodka.
Yeah.
Oh God, I would love that drink.
Yeah.
That's a drink I like. Rob, I got a question for you.
What?
Let me paint the picture, and I need you to answer honestly. You're at the beach. You see a guy off in the distance. It's a hot, sunny day. You're sweltering, right? You're dripping sweat. You see a guy. He's wearing a shirt. It's a UV shirt. What do you think?
I would think he is like body surfing.
A guy's.
I guess I wouldn't. My first thing wouldn't be UV shirt.
Great.
I would think like it's relative to the water.
Great. You see a guy sitting on the beach, on the sand, shorts, UV shirt. What do you think?
I don't think much. What am I supposed to think? What do you think?
I think he's protecting the skin.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
You see a guy in a UV shirt. What do you think? Protecting the skin. Now, let me add an extra detail to this guy.
Okay.
He's fat.
Okay.
What do you think?
He wants to have his shirt on.
I knew it.
I think he wants to have his shirt on.
Exactly. And this is why I am making a push.
Okay.
I need skinny men. I need thin or average sized men to start wearing UV shirts. So me, a pale plus size guy, could wear a UV shirt and people go, he's worried about the sun, not his body. Okay. I need average sized people and thin
So you
people.
want to get a little sign. I don't want skin cancer.
Yes.
That you put at the foot of your towel.
I want UV shirts. I want to have a UV shirt. I'm wearing this for the sun, not because I'm ashamed. I want a UV shirt. Can we have a brand of UV shirts that says, yes, I'm fat, but I'm still wearing this because of UV rays?
Okay.
I need some thin and average size guys to start wearing UV shirts. And then they go, oh, the sun, it's good for you. And then when I bust one out, they go, look at him taking care of himself. Not them going, he's uncomfortable. If I wear a UV shirt,
but I think if whatever makes you comfortable makes you comfortable. But it's not for that at all.
See,
you just told me that you used to ask to get pushed into the pool.
I just told you what, 3 years ago?
No, you've told me. You have told me this.
But that was when I was how old?
I don't know.
12? 10?
Okay.
I'm 35.
So you got over it, but now you're like, I just want the UV shirt.
Here's the thing, Rob.
What?
I don't have a partner. If I want to put lotion on my back,
I
need
lathered
to
you
ask
up when we
someone.
were on vacation.
You had to lather my back up.
Yeah.
Now imagine we had a UV shirt there.
Then I wouldn't have had to lather you up.
Right? I don't want to have to ask for a lather.
Yeah. Do they sell ones that are kind of like this? Like a button up?
Because you think that would be more stylish.
Yeah. That's the one thing is they don't make them very stylish.
This is why we need UV shirts to step up their game. Because I think they're great.
It's a good concept.
And I think that
I'm a sunscreen every day person, so I can get on board.
Although
I grew up tanning.
That's okay. You change your ways.
I did
grew
grow
up
up
getting
tanning.
pushed in the pool, you know?
Yes.
I just think that we need to go, he's wearing his shirt to protect his skin, not to protect his ego.
You want normalized UV shirts.
Normalize UV shirts so us plus size people could do it.
I think women are more in tune with it.
UV shirts.
Yeah.
Rob, that's what you think.
No.
If I'm in a group of guys and
guess
everyone
like
has their
really
shirt
hot
off.
girl is not gonna like she's gonna be like, I want to show this off a little bit. People want to show it off. So they're like, I'm willing to risk the sun to show off my little beach body that I've been working on.
I've been working on. Hey, I got
What?
a beach body.
What? Yeah, of course.
A beach body. I got that beach body.
We used to go on this beach vacation with this really tall, big guy, and he was like, he would get so tan. He would have a fat cigar in his mouth, super hairy from head to toe. And I was like, this is the pinnacle of masculinity. When I was a child, I grew up, I'm like, he's awesome. Like, I was like, I would love to be like his demeanor, his fucking the way he was in charge of the whole group. We would have like 20 families all in Ocean City, Maryland, and this big Italian guy would run the show. He would be in the beach all day. 6 hours, he would just be floating in the water.
I know the guy like this.
Yeah.
When we grew up, fat was masculine.
Extremely, yeah.
Fat was
in
masculine.
the Tony Soprano era of like, and it was like even
more.
the bigger you were,
yes,
almost the more fucking masculine. Like if he was
think of
kind
Jabba
of in between,
the most masculine person in Star Wars.
I didn't see, but yeah, sure.
Literally, you tell me someone that's more Jabba the Hutt. Literally, but yes, it was these big guys that were masculine.
Yeah,
and now
it's not that.
It's like let me see, like.
It's like I'm starving myself and eating this weirdly specific diet all the time, and I gotta time my eating, and it's like, how is this considered masculine?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're so anxious about every little, and it's like, I don't know. We've talked about this before, but to maintain like an 8-pack or any type of abs is just like, I don't know. I think you can have abs or a personality. And it's hard to have both.
I'll take my shirt off to show you how much personality I got. So when I go to the beach and when I take my shirt off, you go, damn, that guy's fucking a personality.
So have you ever tried to just get like fully tan and just go in the opposite way? You can't get tan.
I burn. So that's
so
also
if you were
why,
to be able to, yeah, that's just true.
This is why.
And burning is painful.
Burning is painful. It'll ruin a vacation. It's dangerous for your body.
Yeah, extremely.
Like
it's tough.
Yeah, I don't want to burn.
Yeah.
I've gotten many sunburns in my life, and I like.
And you need somebody to really then lather you up correctly.
A couple times.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: when I'm at home with my parents in their pool, I put the UV shirt on because I don't need my mother rubbing lotion on my back.
Yeah.
But I want it to be normal that sometimes dudes wear UV shirts out and about.
Yeah, I feel you.
It can't be that I go to the beach, it's all the 10-year-olds, and then fucking big ass sea bass provolone in the UV shirt.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get some ones that you like.
On a journey.
That are stylish.
This is a UV shirt. I'm proud of my body. I want that. Can we get that on the UV? I'm proud of my body. I'm wearing the shirt for the UV rays. Can we get that shirt out on the market?
Yeah.
Can we have a brand that is like, I'm hot, what's my shirt on or off? I'm wearing this for the sun.
Okay, interesting. I don't know. I mean, what did you get, like a long sleeve?
No.
So they're short sleeve.
Short sleeve. Because I could put on my arm.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? This
that's
is the
easy.
easiest to put on.
Yeah, yeah.
My neck, my arm, my legs.
Yeah.
It's the back.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to make UV shirts that are just fucking backpacks? I'll do it. I'll hang the titties out. And shout out DJ Khaled.
Maybe like a hat.
Oh, a cape.
Droops down. Or a cape. Yeah, UV cape.
I start wearing like a Red Fair style cape. Do you see it?
No, we're talking.
My UV.
If you need to cover the front, you cover the front.
Dracula-esque.
A UV cape. That's interesting.
I've come to not get tan.
Now the sun is dangerous.
The sun is dangerous.
And people, yeah.
Shout out.
Skin cancer is real.
I want to say this. Shout out DJ Khaled.
Okay.
He is out here doing more for men body positivity than anyone I know. Literally running around doing dives off his boat with his shirtless, not caring what the people are saying in his comments. Yeah. Like a real true fat guy, he has his pants just below the ass crack, pulling up the entire time. I feel seen. To see him walk every 5 steps and pull up his pants, I go, you are just like us. You are putting out the good word.
I guess he gets tan. He's out in Miami all the time.
He's out in Miami.
He's like in the sun a lot.
If only he ate pussy, he could be an
I know.
If only DJ Khaled.
He's so close.
You also can't be fat and not eat pussy, bro.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? I mean, I guess if
all
you're
guys
gay.
should. All guys should.
Yeah, I know. 100% all guys
Everybody should.
But it's just like, they're just going to ruin you, bro.
Yeah. I see.
You're going to...
The jokes write themselves.
The jokes write themselves.
The jokes write themselves.
I mean, this is...
Not good jokes.
Not good jokes.
But they are jokes.
There are jokes, and they're all over his comment page.
Yes. Yeah, you leave yourself vulnerable to those jokes.
And that's his fault.
Yeah.
I don't believe in DJ Khaled fat jokes unless it's making fun of him not eating pussy and eating everything else. Then we can make fun of him. Is this bad to say? I'm having a real rough episode here.
No, it's okay. I think it's okay. I do love, obviously, I love the Jersey Shore. Premier summer destination. But sometimes New Jersey does things that I'm just like, we got to get it together, New Jersey. All right?
I'll say this.
What?
New Jersey's not a state that's flawless.
Yes.
It has its holes.
I love New Jersey. I think there's a lot of pros. I think there's so much positive around New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
But, again, we got to get it together. So I'll give you an example of embarrassing New Jersey behavior. Right? So I'm in Jersey City, and you take the path to Grove Street, which is a very popular area right now. And there's a pizzeria across from the train at Grove Street. And I walk into the pizzeria to get a slice, and I see displayed in the pizzeria is the menu, the name of the pizzeria, and another menu, and then a screen with Dave Portnoy's pizza review on loop.
Tough.
And I'm just like, New Jersey, what are we doing? This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for so many reasons. One, your business is just never open and operational without Dave Portnoy playing. A 5-minute video is just on loop in perpetuity forever.
Of him just
of
getting
him
a slice
reviewing
there.
the thing. You want to put, all right, the score on a little plaque on the side. You want to put a picture of you and Dave Portnoy in the pizzeria. I'm cool with that.
Some people even put it on the pizza box,
If
which
you,
I don't
like that. I do not like that. I think that's corny too.
I think it's corny
like,
too. It's also only one person's review that literally.
Exactly. How much power does this man have? One, he's not even Italian, which sure, he's an authority on pizza reviews. But like when did these New Jersey Italians become such sellouts that they're like, Dave Portnoy is the most important part of this business that we need to have him on display all the time?
Tough.
Can I tell you the worst part?
What?
Number one, the pizza reviews from 2018.
Ooh.
It's 2025. This is a 7-year-old review. My question is, has it been played on loop for 7 years?
Wow.
A 4-minute video on 7 years on loop. Every single minute that this business has been open. This is embarrassing.
Yeah.
The Italian guys I grew up around would never give one guy who's kind of a little shitbag so much power over their business. They had so much pride in the businesses they owned.
When we were kids, what they would do was paint fake mafia people on the wall.
Sure, yeah.
They would paint
like random characters.
They would just paint. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was the one time. What I liked about that was they were like, "Oh, you know what would be awesome if Vito Corleone met Scarface." At least then it's like all their interests coming together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then let's put me and my grandmother behind them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we're in Venice. Like at least I love that
100%.
because it's all their interests and love, and it's on the wall.
Their personality.
It's not some active loser
Yeah.
that literally goes to your pizzeria because they have a specific preference, which by the way fucking sucks.
Yeah.
As a fat Italian guy from Staten Island, I don't agree with his pizza reviews.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
I don't agree.
I was always against him. I came
It's a
around a
preference.
little bit because he's eating so much pizza, but I still think it's embarrassing. Like New Jersey, we don't need this. We are good enough. We don't need Dave Portnoy to validate us.
And
The best pizzerias in Brooklyn, maybe they have some little aspect of Dave Portnoy's review somewhere in the place, but they would never have a television. Imagine Lucali with a big TV with Dave Portnoy's review. It's classless.
It would ruin it.
It's so corny.
Even a place.
You got LeBron James coming in. Like, what do you like? You
Yes.
put all the celebs on the side. I'm cool with that too.
I'm cool with that.
This is crazy to me that this video is on loop in perpetuity forever.
The loop is crazy.
And the worst part, so it's from 2018, is an 8.1. This is a B minus.
You didn't even really
a
like
B
it.
minus of a test that I took, and my mother still had it on the fucking refrigerator.
Even worse.
I go, Mom, what are we
it was
doing?
the teacher presenting the B
Yeah.
minus to you. A video of the teacher presenting.
Yeah. It's very, very frustrating. And I'm just like, New Jersey, we are good enough. What's going on? This is the stuff that they do that I'm like, this is embarrassing.
Here's the thing: they have the app, the pizza review app.
That's the other thing is Dave Portnoy's fans will go to the places
Yes.
that he reviews
Yes.
and he drives the business there no matter what. Once
They're
somebody's
promoting Dave Portnoy.
Yes.
It's not Dave Portnoy
exactly, which
promoting
they
him.
need to understand.
They're not. They're the ones being like, look. Watch him.
When
it's not him going, look at the small business, support them.
When in reality, Grove Street is now like this big neighborhood. They shut down the street in the summer. This is like a big, lively, thriving, young neighborhood, and it's the only place you can get drunk pizza, and it's directly across the street from the train. So like you're gonna get a ton of foot traffic no matter what. You're in the heart and thriving area of Jersey City, and you're just giving Dave Portnoy all this free advertisement for a review he gave you an 8.1 in 2018.
Damn.
It's embarrassing New Jersey behavior, and I'm like, I would imagine there's nowhere in the Hamptons that's doing that.
No.
So this is stuff that we need to figure out a little bit, but ultimately I still think New Jersey is a lot more fun of a place.
Yeah, I don't
than
think,
like the Hamptons.
Yeah, I don't think.
But
we have to.
This behavior, I'm just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's interesting.
And I was with like a conservative Italian guy over the weekend in Jersey City, and I'm doing this spiel, and he agreed with me. He goes, "Yeah, you're fucking right.
Yeah, why do you need
the
that?
fuck? Yeah, you're right. My grandfather would never do that shit. Who the fuck is this guy?"
And I'm like, that's a good way to relate to them.
That I know. I can talk. I can
talk about the
for sure
your history,
because we have a lot in common. Me and conservative Italian millennials.
Yeah.
There's just a few things that we don't have in common that
it's mostly
are big, but most is in common. So, which I try to find common ground, obviously, because you want to unite people. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. He has eaten a lot of pizza. That's the one thing I will give him.
And in the beginning, but in the beginning, that wasn't the case. So that's why it took me years to come around. Where I'm like, all right, he put his time in. Now he's like 3 or 4 years eating pizza every day. But I eat pizza 2-3 times a week since I was basically born.
But not from different spots every week. He has the luxury that he travels all over.
No, but hundreds of spots.
Of course.
Across New Jersey. Me and my friends would go try new pizzerias.
You don't have to tell me.
New pizzerias pop up in the neighborhood. There's probably 20 pizzerias in my town of Sayreville.
I try pizza all the time, man.
Yeah.
I'm always about, like, there's a new spot everyone's talking about in the city. I like to go taste. Right? So I mean, like, but it's
embarrassing.
It is this
and
thing
the location it makes me so upset.
Also, I don't like his preference. He likes I like a little more doughy.
I like doughy too.
Like I like something. I like to feel a little bread.
Yeah.
I like a little closer to the homeland. A little, you know. Yeah. Have you heard this?
What?
This blew my socks off as a native New Yorker. This really rocked me as someone that's from New York because I've never heard this. People come to New York going, "I want an orange slice." It's when the cheese and the sauce kind of melt together and it makes an orangey thing. So there's this idea of pizza that's an orange slice that people are talking about now, which is just like a slice we grew up with.
I was just going to say that. It's like if you leave the pizza out for 20 minutes, it becomes an orange slice.
It's not even like a good slice.
No, not necessarily.
No.
I'm thinking of like that exact color.
Yeah.
Is usually you got pizza, everybody ate it, we had like 6 pies, and there's like 7 slices left at the end, and then it becomes more orangey.
Mm-hmm. It's from settling into each other. From like
the congeal.
Fuming. Yes. And people are now like.
So what are they doing?
They
Waiting?
go online. Well, they go online.
Don't heat it up.
Where can I get an orange slice?
I thought you meant like a halftime at a soccer game.
No.
When you said that. Okay, interesting.
So there's this whole thing about
I never heard of this.
Having an orange slice, which for me it means it's either been out for a while or the ingredients aren't great.
Yeah. It is bad. The pizza's bad everywhere else though. That's the one thing.
I know.
That's what my brother says he misses the most.
And he's in Chicago.
Yeah. And I live here.
Tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and try to enjoy summer, guys.
Yeah, enjoy it.
I'm a person that's hot and sweaty, loves the AC, loves cold drinks. I'm still going to try to enjoy it.
Nice.
Still got to try to enjoy it. No one wants to hear this. Worst season to drink.
Worst season to drink.
Summertime is the worst time of the year to drink.
I disagree.
Summertime, keep alcohol away from me.
It goes the furthest.
I need it the least.
You need it the least, but it goes the furthest.
I need it the least. It
activates
sweat.
One vodka lemonade on the beach, hot day. You're already kind of sweating, a little dehydrated. You'll be fucking tipsy. I don't need much. I'm feeling great. One vodka lemonade, I'm feeling amazing.
Coming in from the cold, grabbing a nice whiskey, drinking that down.
I don't like whiskey.
That'll warm you from the inside out.
It does warm me from
It's
the
a
inside
fire.
out.
It's a fire for the soul.
You're right. I do like to drink around a fire on a ski mountain. That's maybe my second
Because
favorite.
that's,
Maybe even my first.
I would say,
But I do love to drink in the summer.
no, but I'm still gonna have a fun summer walking
Yeah.
around. Yeah, so I'm enjoying I'll be enjoying my cold drinks, and God, I have to throw one more person under the bus
That's
before
okay.
the podcast is over.
Keep throwing them under the bus.
This is a real negative day for me. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. Maybe it's the heat's getting to me. Maybe the heat was getting to me and I got a little negative, but we got to do one more person under the bus. A person that truly exhausts me and I don't want to be around is a person that orders hot coffee in the summer and looks at you and says, well, you know, it cools you down better than cold coffee. Well, you know, according to science, it actually makes you colder than the cold
When did
coffee.
you turn into a scientist?
When did, actually, the way your body reacts to the hot coffee activates your sweat glands, which actually cools you down in the long run. So drink that iced coffee, enjoy being warm. How about I enjoy a good fucking time?
Yeah.
How about I enjoy going clinker clanky?
100%.
Yeah, there are these people.
My hands want the cold.
Thank you.
Okay.
My mouth wants the cold.
My mouth wants the cold. I also don't think that that's real.
It can't be. I mean, these are scientists that are looking. These are scientists who their partner. They're trying to save money, cut corners.
I know spicy food technically cools you down because it makes you sweat, but spicy food and hot coffee do not have the same reaction internally on the body.
No.
So I would need to show your work a little bit on this.
I'll take a spicy food in the summer.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll
I like
start
a spicy
sweating.
food. Yeah.
I'll start sweating. Hey, I'll keep sweating, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not doing hot coffee.
No.
I'm
That's
not
crazy.
I mean, here's the thing. You're 80 years old. You want to drink hot coffee in the summer? God bless.
Yeah.
God bless.
Just don't tell me it's because of science and try to make me feel stupid.
Yeah. You know why they're saying it? Because they're
yes,
stupid.
they're projecting.
They're like, oh, this is a bad look.
Yeah.
So now I have to make up this lie that science was big steam was in science pockets.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, we got to get ahead of this. Make sure everyone's comfortable that we could drink hot coffee in the summer.
Yeah.
I can't. I enjoy the cold coffee.
Yes.
I'm an ice cube king.
Leave me alone.
I love ice cubes so much.
Me too.
You come over, we go through 4 trays.
I know.
We go through 4 trays a
I
day.
love ice. We both like
And you
that.
know what? Before I go to bed every night, you know what I'm doing?
Filling them up.
I'm filling up those freaking trays.
And we use them.
I never bought the ice machine, but I vowed to myself I'm going to make sure we always have ice.
That's great.
Rob will never have to drink hot coffee a day in our life here.
In the words of Eric Adams,
What?
the champagne of municipal water. Champagne cubes. Every night.
Well, I hope everyone. We didn't talk about 4th of July. I don't know. Do your thing. Have fun.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. However you celebrate, you celebrate.
Yeah. We
yeah.
talked about the Jersey Shore and the Hamptons,
Yeah.
which is where people generally go.
So I hope.
But I used to always stay. Shout out to my friend Carmen Sincati, who would, for a few years, I had a really good friend who placed second in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Wow.
So I would stay and go to Coney Island.
Well, he's back this year.
Joey.
Joey Chestnut's back this year.
Yeah. Carmen's not.
I can't believe Joey Chestnut got kicked out for the vegan dogs.
Oh, it was a
A
marketing
publicity stunt.
It's
I know.
all, they're a PR team. The
I
two
know.
guys are like trying to do WWE. Their guy is funny. I mean, you would get a kick out of him a little bit.
Who?
The guy who runs the whole show.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Uh-huh.
But he just like, it's all a marketing scheme. If you were to go do it, they would just make up from the shores of Staten Island. He was born. They say he was born. He just off the cuff
I
will
love
just like
this.
make up a whole story about you.
I love
When he
this.
was born, his mother looked at his father and like, he does shit like that.
You know what the Nathan's hot dog eating contest is? It's a cafeteria game in middle school that now is
he was like,
broadcasted.
"Can I?" It's kind of impressive when you see it live because it's literally him just making shit up about every single person, about whatever. He had 42 pounds of mashed potatoes before the time he turned 7. Like that's what he'll say, and then you'll come out and you'll eat 12 hot dogs.
It's truly,
And
it's so
just
funny.
like the guy. His name's George Shea.
Yeah.
He's insane. He's an insane person who had just like It's like, let me see if I can market this. It's like a circus that he takes on the road.
I kind
And they,
of
like,
love that because that was that middle school vibe.
Yeah.
You would sit at the table and it would be like, who could chug the milk the fastest?
Yeah, of
and we
course.
would hype each other up, and everyone would start gathering around. Now they just have freaking sponsors.
That's what he's doing. He's like, what if I get milk or something, or some company Yoo-Hoo to sponsor this, and then we go to Kansas City and we have the Yoo-Hoo Chug Off Fest, and then we build it up. We get people to come. It's all promotion.
Yes.
So it is very much like the circus in that way. But like, yeah, you need to be the top dog really to be getting paid.
I mean,
And Nathan's is like the big payday.
Imagine trying to pitch to your parents that you want to be a Nathan's professional food eating.
I mean, my friend did it. And people didn't take him seriously.
I can't imagine that conversation. As a person that's literally chose one of the worst career options possible, I still look at a person that does competitive Nathan's eating and go, how did you sit down and tell your parents, Mom, Dad, you know what I want to do for a living? Eat a bunch of hot dogs.
And my friend that did it was a biomedical engineer at school. And I used to work in the library, and when I would be in the fucking library all the time because I worked there, and he would be in the library for hours and hours and hours
studying.
He got like a 3.8 in biomedical engineering.
Oh my God!
And yeah, he thought it was funny. Chicken carm. He did like a chicken parm eating contest. Then he did a wing contest.
Wow.
Then he was like, I think I could figure this out. He like developed a science to kind of figure it out. Yeah. He has a trick that he figured out, and he was a small guy. My friend was like,
well, that's
short,
impressive.
small frame. That's why I'm like, you're never gonna beat Joey. Joey's kind of does the same thing, but Joey's 6 inches taller than you,
sure,
and just has a bigger stomach. He can just do it fast. Like everything's bigger.
Yeah.
He can do it faster. But he was
It's
on
more
the same
impressive.
level as it was more impressive what Carmen was doing.
It's
To be
more
honest
impressive.
with you,
what would I rather watch? A big guy eat 40 hot dogs or a little guy eat 40 hot dogs? A little guy any day of the week.
100%.
A little
Small.
guy eating a ton of hot dogs.
Yeah.
You're blown away.
yeah. And his birthday was 4th of July, and I remember we had a conversation outside of because they all go to this bar after, and I'm like, Carmen, you gotta quit. It's not worth it, and he quit. But
You think because of you?
I think because it was not worth it, and he could
Everyone-
feel it on his body.
Yeah.
But I was one of his good friends at the time, and I was just like, bro, it's not. But
And this was
he
after
learned
he
French.
lost.
He learned French since then, and he's run a marathon in like a very, very impressive pace. He was like, he's done a lot of things. He's like a very obsessive personality.
He gets into hobbies.
Yeah, he went to coding school then and got a job coding. Now he does, I think, 3D printing. He's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
But for a few years, that was his main gig.
Wow. I'm happy. Well, I'm happy he quits.
Yeah, me
That can't
too.
be a forever gig.
No.
That can't. Do you think anyone ever tries to flirt with Joey Chestnut after the win?
No, but have I told the story where he was going around trying to do chug-offs?
Joey?
Yeah.
At
And I'm
the
go, Joey, this is the thing that you are quite literally the best at on the planet. Because all of the competitive eating, for the most part, is just how fast can you chug water.
Yeah.
The whole thing is basically just like a water chugging exercise. So he is just the best person at chugging water on the planet.
And he's trying to do chug offs.
And he's going, because they're giving out, they had like pitchers of Coors Light, and he's just going, you want to chug off? I'm like, Joey, no, what? You're going to win. This isn't how, and I get he's riding high. It's the 4th of July. It's the biggest day of the year for
This
him.
is after he ate.
Yeah, that I would go to the after party.
Because he must throw up and everything, and then
Yeah,
feel.
of course. Yeah. So I would see him at the after party, and he came up to me, and he wants to do a chug off, and he would just,
Jesus.
let's do a chug off. I bet I could beat you.
You
Shit,
can.
you could
You
beat
just
me.
won
Bro, you're
the
on
Nathan.
ESPN. We're watching you on SportsCenter for being the best at this in the world. So weird, but whatever. He's fine. He's a nice guy. He was always really nice to my friend.
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, happy 4th of July. However
Happy
you
4th of July. Shout out Carmen.
I hope we're going to hop over to the Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon, that's a great way to support the podcast. If not, share the podcast with a friend, somebody that you think might like it, and keep commenting and sharing those clips. It's really nice of you guys. All right, Robbie, hit the music.